Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your XLR Boost 36TSX16 fifth wheel toy hauler. You guys picked a beautiful unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration. On your campsite, you got two big awnings. You're going to need to leave room to get in and out. And then over on your off campsite, not just your slide, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water docking station is going to be toward the front of the unit on your driver's side of the tow vehicle or off camp side of the trailer. And then your power is going to be right behind your triple axle tires. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, we are going to use. Now I recommend getting the stick on level, and with your slide closed, find the center, put that stick on level on there. Have someone watch that while you bring your landing legs up and down to get this level unit. Once this unit's level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. Got this power stabilizing jacks on the rear here. You're simply going to hit extend. As they come down, I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Hot black top in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Now let's see how that foot started to come down. You may have to adjust these. They just flip. Sometimes they move from weather. Bring them down just until they're taut. Remember, our unit's already level. We just want to stabilize it. There's a hand crank for manual override if you lose power and can't get them up. Grab a couple of stabilizing jack pads, two of them, put them down. You'll see once that side touches, this side will come down quickly. Again, just adjust your feet and run them down just until they're taut. Once we got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Big long 50 amp cord plugs in here on the side. At the end of this 50 amp service, should you need, we have a dog bone that'll bring you down from 50 to 30 amp. And also in the convenience pack is a adapter from 30 amp to 15, which will bring you down to where you can plug into a 110. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Got the water hooked up on the unit right now. Filling up your fresh water. Little docking station here at the front. City water connection. Get your water pressure regulator. It's going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. Always use this when putting water in here. Hook up to your city water connection. And then you just go ahead and turn that hose on. Your hot water heater, once your lines are full, go ahead and go inside. You can open up your slides, open up all your water taps. Once you got a nice steady flow of water going through them, shut them off. Then your hot water heater, you turn on over on the other side and indoors. And I'll show you where to do that at. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping. In that case, we'll fill up our freshwater tank. Now when you fill this up, don't want to leave it unattended. Go inside, keep an eye on your freshwater tank by watching it on your panel. Once it's full, go ahead and remove this hose, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we got power and water. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit here real quick. Propane up front here. Of course, lefty loosey open. This just pass-through storage area. Your city water connection. Fresh water, cable and satellite. Coming down the slide here, you'll be able to easier to get to your freshwater drain and your two dumps. You got a galley tank, sewage outlet, and wastewater outlet there. Easier to get to when you're leaving the campsite and your slide is closed. Getting your power here. There's a push out garage vent. Back here, your fueling station. Fuel up, turn on and off your pump here. Your hand pump is in there. Your ladder. Remove these cotter pins. It's going to fold up against here. You got a spare tire. The hand crank for that. Right there. Leash link. Another vent. Again, your stabilizing jacks. Black tank flush, we'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping your black tanks. Got outdoor speakers, vent for your microwave, flue for your furnace. Two things on that, don't block it, and if you are running your furnace steer clear, it does get hot. TV mount here with cable and 110 for that. Here's your hot water heater. Put the cover off it right now just to show you. To drain, you get a flathead and turn this when you're leaving the campsites. Flow of water through here, you just want to keep that around the middle, and up here you keep that turned on. Here's your pass-through storage, access to show you how to winterize your unit. Behind this panel will be where your water pump is. Outdoor table to take out. Hand crank for your slide override. Propane up here. Inside the front, you are prepped for a generator. The batteries over here, keep an eye on them. Check them out every now and then. Make sure you haven't wiggled the batteries loose going down the road. Again, landing gear, landing docking lights. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. Alright, so coming up inside the unit, first thing I like to point out in all trailers is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. To my right on the floor is going to be your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s in there. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. To the left of that is going to be your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention this 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. If you're out boondocking, use that battery disconnect, keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. And continuing in, to our right is going to be our control panel. So starting at the top, here's where you check your brand new battery. There's your freshwater, black and gray tanks. Up here is where you turn on your fuel pump. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Awning light, heating pads. That's if you're in inclement weather. They'll turn on little electric pads on your tanks. Here's your living room lighting, your ramp lighting for out back. Front awning extend, rear awning extend, and slide control. I want to show you on this front awning extend. On your awnings, you're only going to want to run these out until your flap falls down to 90 degrees, and then you can see your bar. If you continue to hold that button down, that will run itself up backwards. We haven't designed one to stop correctly unless it was a carefree, so keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you have to. We'll utilize slide control when we close the unit up. Your thermostat, the heat is running right now. Great. Touch this to turn this on. So go through our modes. I'm going to shut everything off. There's your AC. Get the AC running. And turn the AC off. Now we just go to heat. AC shuts off rather quickly. The furnace is set to 69. We can go ahead and turn your furnace off. Turn your fan on high or low from here. And back to off. Now everything else. You'll notice that the furnace fan's still running. Takes a few minutes to cycle through before the fan actually shuts off on that. Over on your sofa, I believe you have what I call a parachute pull recliner. Pull the parachute, up comes your recliners. Next to that, your lighting for up here, a couple USB ports, both ends recline. Furion fridge controls for that are just right inside here. Coming over into your kitchen area, got a 110 here, some individual one-touch lighting, sink, access panel to water lines here. Keep an eye on them, check them out every now and then. You're bouncing the house down the road, make sure you haven't wiggled anything loose. Self-explanatory microwave. Below that you have a nice exhaust vent and light. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light, hit your spark, there's your flame. Now same thing on the oven. Turn this to your flame. Don't turn red. Hit your spark down here and then set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light on this. Rock your panel light down and that becomes an oven light. All prepped for a TV up here. Second box down up there is cable. You'll see a button on the right that has a green light. If you hook a TV up in here, when you plug your cable in, before you run a digital channel scan for local channels, make sure you have that green button in, and that's a channel enhancer to allow you to pick up more channels. You do have your own Furion sound system. Don't know if we'll pick up anything in here, but I'll give it a scan inside this metal building. There we go. So dual zoned. Zone 1 is off. Zone 2 is off. Zone 1 is inside. Zone 2 is your exterior speakers. AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth, auxiliary, nice system. Now your fireplace, not just for looks anymore. Yeah, I can go through and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest thing, folks, is the heat. If you're plugged in at a campsite, you got electricity, instead of wasting up your gas to warm it up in here, crank this up on high, it'll get it toasty in here in no time. Alright, that about covers everything in the living quarters. Let's head on back to the garage. Coming back in your garage area, see you are prepped for a washer and dryer. 110 with GFCI reset. You can mount a TV up there as a backer. 110 and cable for that. Big storage area above here. Your bathroom, if you want extra toy space, move these all right out of the way. Gives you a little more floor space, or this will latch on the inside when you bring these corners together and gives you a separate bathroom. 110 in here, one touch lighting in here. Extra fire extinguisher. I'm gonna fold your bed down here in a minute. Right here is one way to set the chair up. There's how you can strap it up against the wall to lay it down. Just gonna jackknife it and lift up on the front while pushing down on the back. Kind Kind of tricky to do one-handed here, but I'm going to attempt it. At least get up that far for you to see what I'm doing here. Lay down, lift it up against the wall, strap it in like that, or lay them both down. That gives you a bed area here. Got another bunk up here that you will lift up on the back. Another part that's kind of hard to do one-handed. Get that front up high. With the second hand, push the bottom forward. You push the top up over those, push the back up. I just did it on my own. One person can do it. To bring it down, you're just going to pull down on the back. Make sure your cotter pins are removed. If you want to lock this up there, take your cotter pins on both sides, put them up top. That'll lock your bunk up there. Or pull down on this back handle here. Just going to release it from up there. And that lays your bed back down. We'll go outside. After I head up front, we'll open up your deck and patio. Alright, heading up your hallway now. To the left here is where you'll start your generator. Hook one up on this. And this is your GP controller, GP electric solar controller. This is going to control the solar panel that's on your roof to keep it from overcharging your battery. All you have to be concerned with is being on the right battery. You will get a separate video from GP Electric on this. Coming into your bathroom, just want to make sure that your shower door is closed for travel. Access panel right there to your plumbing. Keep an eye on it. You are bouncing the house down the road. Check it every now and then. 110 with GFCI reset in here. Here's where you turn on your gas water heater. Turn it on over here. Power's on. It's at Fahrenheit. Raise or lower your temperature. Simple system. Coming back into your bedroom, you get your huge king bed. USB ports up top. Prep for a TV here. Put a backer here. 110 and cable. Slide control for this bedroom slide. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Bring whatever toys you want in here. You can travel with those down like that. Bed down as well. You can travel with these any way that you want them, depending on what toys you have in here. Secure everything. I like to say doors and drawers. We'll go through and we'll shut off all of our lights. These are all one-touch lighting. Shut off our bathroom lights. One touch. Garage is secure. I like to come to my control panel now and shut off my living room lights. Then I can look around and see any individual lighting that I need to shut off by hand. Come up into the bathroom, shut that off. Can open this door. Because what we can do is bring in this slide from right here. Now I'm going to say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Simply bring that in. Again, make sure nothing's down there to impede your slides. Shut off our lights. Come through the bathroom. Shut that door. You want to make sure your vents are closed. Snap open this bathroom door. turn this light back on here so you can see what I'm talking about. Make sure that's snapped open for travel. Going down, we can turn our living room lights back on. Again, make sure everything's closed, out of the way. And we're gonna bring our slide in. So it slides in, shut off our living room lights, exit the unit. Now the biggest thing on these steps, folks, you want to remember to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this could catch on it when it comes in. Lift it up, set it in, lock it in. And before you leave the dump station, in case you want to get in here and check the levels of your tanks by your panel when you're dumping, before you leave your dump station, lock and deadbolt your exterior door, lift and turn this handle. Alright, on your garage, because of the amount of tension on these springs, one person can do this. It comes down a lot easier with two. Just grab it and walk it down. Your cables will catch it. If you want to use this for a garage, just remove these cutters. Just remember when you put this back in that you have this tension holding onto the cutter, not this part when you put it back around. Your deck here, simply swing that out. And I need to show you up here. When you push this out here, you got a little release button. Press in on that. That'll release for this to all pull forward. Usually easier to do with two hands, but same thing on the other side. Swing this out here, and to make it go all the rest of the way down, press and pull. Let me get that pull forward for you. All right, I've got them released. Just snap that in there. Same thing on this one. I'm going to get down out here on the corner and show you how that snaps in there. Pull this around. Same thing on the other side. Gotta snap in there. Pull the other side in. That's how quickly that sets up. Reverse the process. Push this back. Step on that if you're up top. Just release it. Push that back till you hear it snap. We'll do the same thing over here. Just step down on that. That'll release it. Push it back. Fold them back in. Actually, you're going to want to fold these with the boost out. So you've got to fold it in with this boost out. Just Velcro that closed there. Lift this up. Now as you lift it up, your main concern is to make sure that these cables stay out of your door. The easiest way to do it is take that cable and toss it right up over your screen there. And let them go over the other side and do the same thing. Tuck that right over your deck, then you don't have to worry about it catching up here. Set that inside. Padlock them up. Alright, now we're going to leave the campsite. We're going to go ahead and bring up our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, and our cable. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. If you're out boondocking, just hop up underneath here and dump your low point drain right there. That'll dump your fresh water tank. Otherwise, hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now, Park accordingly. Your dump's going to be just ahead of your tires on your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your sewage hose. The first thing we're going to do is pull this black one down here. That's going to release upstairs. Got your hose hooked up. Go ahead and pull this black. Once that black tank's no longer draining, you can open up your door, go inside and see if it is completely drained out by checking your tanks. Otherwise, you can listen for it to be empty. Now, once you come over here to the campsite, grab the hose at the dump station, hook that up here, and turn that hose on for a good 5 minutes. Let that wash all the nastiness out of your black tank. Again, making sure you leave them black handles open. Once that's done, close that, remove your hose. Make sure that all that drain out that you just put in there, that washout, has drained out. Once you know it's drained out, you can go ahead and close that black handle up there. Close this black handle. Then you can pull this gray handle here. That's going to be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. And that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Once that one's done, close that gray. And go ahead and pull this one. After you've hooked up to this one, while that's dumping, we'll go ahead and dump our low point drain. That's going to be over on the front on your campsite. Way up here. Next to your hot water heater, low point drain. Go ahead and dump them. Get inside your hot water heater here. Twist this to the left, and that's what'll dump that whenever you want to end camping season. That'll empty your hot water heater. Once that last gray's done, go ahead and close that up. Remove that hose. Bring it right back here underneath your fueling station. And they gave you a nice convenient place to store your sewage hose. Right inside here. And head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this boost for many years to come. Happy camping.